Hey guys, Maniac here, and a couple of weeks ago I managed to pick up a PS Vita and I wanted to share with you my impressions on the system. That crazy mofo Gareth Sprites and Bytes that I'm always mentioning has been butchering us for the last 2 years or so to get a PlayStation Vita, but the game that really pushed us into getting it was Final Fantasy X and X-2. So I played the game for about 30 hours or so when it came out on the PlayStation 3, but work just got very busy very quickly, so I just didn't have time to play it. But since I was on the bus for like 2 hours a day, I thought a good way to actually get through that game was to get a PlayStation Vita. I wanted to continue my save, so the fact that it had the cross-save feature was definitely a plus for me. Speaking of pluses, I believe you do need PlayStation Plus to be able to use it, which is a bit of a shame, so please enlighten us in the comment section if you know for this to be false or not. So I spent like a week or so just grinding on the bus, just getting all the extra levels and getting through the sphere grid and stuff, getting all my stats up, and then I was planning on transferring the save back to the PlayStation 3 to continue the story, but it was just convenient that I had the PlayStation Vita running, so I just continued the story on there. I still haven't quite finished it yet. I'm going back and doing some of the side quests. It's just something else to pass the time on the bus, but I've got myself a bigger memory card now and I've got more games on there. So I mentioned PlayStation Plus just before. I've been on and off that for, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it, but I want to say about 4 years. It's probably less, but over the last year or so I've built up like a little collection of Vita games on there, so it was great having all those games ready for us when I got my Vita, but the console only came with a 4 gig memory card, and that is just a slap in the face. It's enough for like one Vita game really. So I upgraded to a 16 gig, and I think I've only like half filled it, but I don't want to fill it up too much because I want to actually play the games that I put on there rather than just do little bits of each one. So at the moment I am working through Gravity Rush, which at the minute it seems like a really good game. It's nothing that I would normally pick up and play, so it's great that I got it for free. But it's got some really great mechanics to it, like the whole like perspective of the world changes when you go to use the gravity. I forgot what it's called, but it's like floating really. It's like you aim towards a building and like you would change towards it as if you're dropping down on it. It's an experience to say the least. I've also had a few matches with Gareth on Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is probably why he wanted us to get a Vita, so that he could have someone to like just totally beat up on that. He has beat us quite a few times, but we've only had a handful of matches, and I mean, I give as good as I get. I beat him a few times too. I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing. Me, I'm just button mashing and hoping for the best, so I do need to get in some proper practice and, you know, have a proper match with him sometime. Another game that I got free was Guacamole. Now I played this on the PlayStation 3 and didn't really get into it, but I wanted something else to play on my Vita. Downloaded it and I said to myself, you know what, I'm just going to really focus on it and give it some proper attention, and I'm glad that I did. It's a great little platformer where you play as a Mexican wrestler, and it's got that right amount of frustration to it as well. It's like enough to kind of wind you up, but if you just take a breather, try again, and just really look at what you're supposed to be doing, you'll figure it out. I downloaded My Katamari as well. Now I played the first Katamari game on the PS2. I remember playing the demo for it and totally loving it. Bought the game, I loved it, but it was very repetitive, and I just kind of lost interest. And then the next one I played was the one for the PSP. Same thing. I loved it, but it just got repetitive. You get to a point where you keep failing the same level and you give up. This is the same. It is just the same, but with touch controls, which do work for the game. I'm not really a fan of touch controls, but these are spot on, so I can give it that. But again, I feel like, I don't know, next week I'm probably not going to play it again, because it's just the same stuff. You roll around, collect things. It's probably going to have to be one of those games where I go back to every so often and, you know, just take months to complete it. So with the PlayStation Plus, I'm getting like more games every month, and I've already got a good list on there. So I think with my 16 gig memory card, I'm going to have to keep changing the games every now and then. I've got plenty to work through. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up really liking the system. I just need to keep a hold of it, because I'm not really a fan of handheld gaming. I think I've mentioned that a couple of times, but I need to really, you know, just give it some attention and give it the love that it deserves. So that's just my quick impressions of the system and just a few of the games that I've tried out. Let us know down in the comment section any games that you recommend. I'll have to try them out. Hope that they come on the PlayStation Plus sometime, so I can get it for free. But yeah, let me know what you think of the PlayStation Vita as well. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon.